Stephen Hawking, index.html. Brief biography. Stephen William Hawking was born on the 8th of January, 1942, 300 years after the death of Galileo, in Oxford, England. His parents' house was in North London, but during the Second World War, Oxford was considered a safer place to have babies. When he was 8, his family moved to St Albans, a town about 20 miles north of London. At the age of 11, Stephen went to St Albans School and then on to University College, Oxford, his father's old college. Stephen wanted to study mathematics, although his father would have preferred medicine. Mathematics was not available at University College, so he pursued physics instead. After 3 years and not very much work, he was awarded a first-class honours degree in natural science. Stephen then went on to Cambridge to do research in cosmology, there being no one working in that area in Oxford at the time. His supervisor was Dennis Sciama, although he had hoped to get Fred Hoyle, who was working in Cambridge. After gaining his PhD, he became first a research fellow and later on a professorial fellow at Gonville and Caius College. After leaving the Institute of Astronomy in 1973, Stephen came to the Department of Applied Mathematics and Theoretical Physics in 1979 and held the post of Lucasian Professor of Mathematics from 1979 until 2009. The chair was founded in 1663 with money left in the will of the Reverend Henry Lucas, who had been the Member of Parliament for the university. It was first held by Isaac Barrow and then in 1669 by Isaac Newton. Stephen is still an active part of Cambridge University and retains an office at the Department for Applied Maths and Theoretical Physics, http://www.dampcam.ac.uk. His title is now the Dennis Stanton Avery and Sally Sui Wong Avery Director of Research at the Department of Applied Mathematics and Theoretical Physics. Stephen Hawking has worked on the basic laws which govern the universe. With Roger Penrose, he showed that Einstein's general theory of relativity implied space and time would have a beginning in the Big Bang and an end in black holes. These results indicated that it was necessary to unify general relativity with quantum theory, the other great scientific development of the first half of the 20th century. One consequence of such a unification that he discovered was that black holes should not be completely black, but rather should emit radiation and eventually evaporate and disappear. Another conjecture is that the universe has no edge or boundary in imaginary time. This would imply that the way the universe began was completely determined by the laws of science. His many publications include the large-scale structure of spacetime with G.F.R. Ellis, General Relativity, an Einstein Centenary Survey with W. Israel, and 300 Years of Gravity with W. Israel. Among the popular books Stephen Hawking has published are his bestseller A Brief History of Time, Black Holes, and Baby Universes and Other Essays, The Universe in a Nutshell, The Grand Design, and My Brief History. Professor Hawking has 12 honorary degrees. He was awarded the CBE in 1982 and was made a Companion of Honor in 1989. He is the recipient of many awards, medals, and prizes, is a Fellow of the Royal Society and a member of the U.S. National Academy of Sciences. Stephen was diagnosed with ALS, a form of motor neurone disease, shortly after his 21st birthday. In spite of being wheelchair-bound and dependent on a computerized voice system for communication, Stephen Hawking continues to combine family life. He has 3 children and 3 grandchildren, and his research into theoretical physics together with an extensive program of travel and public lectures. He still hopes to make it into space one day. Never before in the history of world science has there lived a genius whose memory spontaneously evoke in the mind the picture of a frail, wheelchair-bound, thick-framed, bespectacled, emaciated physique, head tilted sideways, with torso resting on the chest but one of unfathomable courage, exemplary conviction, and a never-give-up attitude to life. Stephen Hawking, the greatest astrophysicist of his time, passed away recently on the 14th of March, 2018. Stephen William Hawking, English cosmologist, theoretical physicist, and author, was born on the 8th of January 1942 in Oxford, exactly 300 years after the death of Galileo. His father, Frank Hawking, was a medical researcher, and mother, Isabel Hawking, was an Oxford University graduate. Widely known the world over for his famous work related to the study of black holes, Stephen Hawking was a man of humour, wit, and intuition. When Hawking, eldest of the 4 children, was born, his family and the United Kingdom were undergoing severe financial crisis due to the Second World War. Stephen's parents wanted their son to become a doctor, but he craved for astronomy, finally ending up as the most distinguished astrophysicist of his time. It is hard to believe that Stephen Hawking was not outstandingly a brilliant student in his school days. It is also not easy to believe that he did not learn to read properly until he was 8 years old. Most surprisingly, when Stephen was in the first year at St. Albans, he stood 3rd from the bottom in his class. Not only did he do his classwork poorly, he also. Stephen Hawking has overcome a crippling disease to become the supernova of world physics. Unable to write, or even to speak clearly, he is leaping beyond relativity, beyond quantum mechanics, beyond the Big Bang, to the dance of geometry that created the universe. Vanity Fair wrote very illegibly and untidily, but his brain was very sharp and inquisitive. He used to observe events happening around him very keenly and curiously. No wonder his classmates gave him the nickname Einstein. Stephen was very interested in the research and exploration of various phenomena that took place in the universe. His father wanted him to study biology, but against his father's wishes, he planned to pursue mathematics as his major. But here too, he could not succeed in his plan. At that time, Oxford University did not offer a degree in mathematics, so he had to choose physics, more specifically cosmology. Of applied mathematics and theoretical physics, DAMTP, of the Cambridge University for research in cosmology. He got graduation with honours in natural science and moved ahead to Trinity Hall at Cambridge University for a PhD in cosmology. In 1979, Hawking was offered one of the glorious posts of teaching the Lucasian Professor of Mathematics. The post had been created in 1663 with the help of the wealth left in the will of Henry Lucas, who was the Member of Parliament. The glory of this post also lies in the fact that the chair of Lucasian Professor of Mathematics was first held by Isaac Barrow, and again in 1669 by the legendary scientist Isaac Newton. In 1974, he was elected as Fellow of the Royal Society. Professor Hawking is widely known for his breakthrough on the basic laws that govern the universe. He said that Einstein's famous general theory of relativity, which dealt